Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. We do it all the time. That's what we do. Evergrain. The whole Enchilada. Triple IPA. This beer actually comes courtesy of Ty. Ty and me hooked up. Actually, it's been like over a month now. And he gave me a bunch of beers. This is one of them. And I put it like in a weird place where in my fridge. It's always been in my fridge. That I don't go to that often. And I totally forgot about it. And I saw it today and I said, better review it. Don't have a date in this can. We're filming this on the 8th of June. So, for those that know, let me know how old it is. But it's triple IPA, the whole Enchilada, tropical, fruity, low bitterness, 11.2% alcohol by volume. Done and done. Evergrain Brewing, Camp Hill, PA, basically Harrisburg. And yeah, let's dive into it. Label-wise, I really do like Evergrain's art design. This thing is filled. So I'm kind of pumped for this. You know, negative oxygen is kind of the devil when it comes to beer. And, you know, there's, you know, proper fills, there's low fills, and then there's this is filled as much as you possibly can. So it bodes well for longevity. And honestly, Evergrain's lack of dating outside of talking about how crappy, I was going to say douchebaggery that is. It's kind of douchebaggery, but anyway. I've had some of their beers, because I can get them like relatively close to me if I dip over to the PA. And they're usually not in the fridge. And it's kind of iffy on dates. They've all been really good, even if they're iffy. So their shelf stability is actually quite nice. So they should be dating their cans. But saying that, I actually have a little bit of kind of a predisposed kind of like, okay, I'm going to buy this from Evergrain. As long as I can kind of do a little math based off of their Instagram posts and how old the beer is. Anyway, label design. It's like just this super cool, cartoony, something about it. I dig it. As far as the beer goes, I mean, that's what you want your triples to look like. It has this kind of milky white edge to it, but it's got this orange core to it. It has this kind of density to it. It doesn't look super turbid. It lends itself to being a bit drinkable. It has a nice, beautiful, soapy white edge that if I give it a little bit of a twirl, bounces back with a plum. Another nickel word. I'm popping them out tonight. Another review I used. What did I say? I forget what I used. But yeah, looks the part. Let's get a nose. Okay. So. It's a little hot. But I like it. It's triple IPA. It's supposed to be hot. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to get upset about going on a roller coaster when I'm like, this roller coaster goes up and down really fast. How? I don't know. It's 11% triple IPA. It's supposed to be a little bit hot. But there's something about it. Listen, this is the best way I can put it. The nose isn't gigantic. It's not like beating me in the face with a 2x4. There's definitely like very sharp fruit flavory kind of things going on here. And when I say fruit flavory, I mean expressing themselves as fruit, not like added fruit vitamin, Flintstone vitamin E vibes a la Ballast Point. It's not this super aggressive nose. It's not crazy. It's not over the top. It's not ultra vibrant. But I think it's going to be a banger. I think there's something about it. Something I can't quantify. Maybe I don't lack the language to express it. But there's something in here. While it's expressing those bits and pieces, that fruitiness, though, that little bit of heat to it, that little bit of touch, a little bit of green grassiness. I feel like it's ready to explode. It's like a tightly wound spring trap. That's all I got. We're just gonna dive in. Cheers. That's delicious. It really is. It has a lot of the bits and pieces of what makes a really good triple IPA for me. And honestly, as someone that is team low ABV, but also team hazy, because I can get down with hazies. I love them. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to poop on them. I'm not going to yuck the yums of the yums, and they can be yums. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. They have to be done just right. That's where I was going with it. And there's some breweries that really have that on lock. EQ used to have it on lock. They're the original on lock. They've quite fantastically lost their way. So I wouldn't necessarily make that a blanket statement now with them. But there's some other breweries that do really. Hot Butcher. Other half. There's another one I'm missing from the chipper IPA realm. But they're very few and far between. I've had my fair share. But they've always let me, or more often than not, I should say, way more often than not, a lot of triple IPA leave me wanting. This is really close to being up there. I'm really curious what this would have been like, because I think I had a little bit of time on it when Ty gave it to me. I'm really curious to see what this would have been like fresh. But again, the shelf stability history with Evergrain, the size of the beer, being in the fridge the whole time. How do we actually talk about the beer? I mean, it is, you know you're drinking something of heft. There's definitely no mistaking this ABV. You know, it's stuff short of like a caustic burning kind of harshness, but you know, you're like, okay. You know, we're not drinking a screwdriver here, but you're getting like screwdriver vibes from this because how much citrus. I mean, you're running the gamut of fruits here. You're getting tropical fruits. You're getting a hefty amount of soul fruit. It's probably tropical fruits third, stone fruits a close second, and citrus abounds. Citrus / pineapple is the leader in the clubhouse here. But when you take ants, I'm gonna put some ant traps in here. When you take that combination of that aggressive ABV and the aggressive fruit portion show, it all kind of adds up, all kinds of makes sense, and exactly what you want from a triple IPA. I'm paying for the ABV here. I know what I'm drinking. I'm getting a vibrance that is appropriate at this ABV level. It's not, I'm not team, oh, this drinks like a 5% beer. That's not what I want. I want my 11% beers, my 12% beers to drink like 12% or higher beers. And you're definitely getting that here. But you're just getting this violent attack of all these fruit flavors from across the whole spectrum. Citrus leading way, like I said, stone fruit, then your tropical fruits. And then outside of there, you're getting this green grassiness here. There's nothing bittering, like overtly bittering. There's a bittering to it, otherwise it wouldn't drink as well as it does. Because with it just being sweet on sweet on sweet, it would just be just 2-1 note. But it's pretty much hidden. It's a generic bittering. It sans that little bit of wispy. Can I use that word? Does that make sense in people's brains? Wispy kind of green grassiness. It adds this kind of element of vegetal kind of greenness of this tomato stocky / grassiness to it that makes it kind of work for me. And honestly, without that, I don't think the beer does work. It works, or should I say works as well as it does. Mouthfeel's, you know, more than full enough for a triple. Anything denser than this, I think it becomes a little bit too hefty and a little bit more of a chore to drink. This is honestly really good. I'm super curious now. Super curious what this drank like when I first got it like a month ago. And also in combination what this was like hyper fresh. But in the grand scheme of things, honestly, I think Evergrain is like up there as one of the better producers of hazies. Honestly. You know, the portfolio they've been putting out there, the beers that I've had from them, it's been consistent win with them. It's getting to the point now where it's kind of hard pressed for me to kind of skip their stuff when I see it. Again, the biggest hurdle for me is dating. Like I said, I can do a little bit of kind of connected dots, Sherlock Holmes-y stuff. When I see stuff on a shelf, go to their Instagram, see how old the post is when they talked about the beer the first time, and do the math, and beautiful mind stuff starts going like this above my head. I don't want to do that. A date would solve all that. But with the date douchebaggery aside, it's getting hard for me to skip their stuff when I see them, honestly, on a shelf. It really is. It really is. I think they're one of the better hazy IPA producers in the state of Pennsylvania and in general, especially off a shelf, readily available. Understand if you're not in PA, that's not the case for you, but being so close in PA, me working in Pennsylvania, you know, my local grocery stores now in Pennsylvania are, you know, Wegmans, you know, which typically has a fantastic beer selection. To get that stuff or be able to get that stuff on the reg is quite nice. Thank you very much, Ty, for sharing this. I don't know if this is one of the beers that ended up being on a shelf. I don't know if it was brewery only. He's close enough to Evergrain to where he can actually go out and get their beers. But thank you very much, dude. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better triple IPAs I've had as of late. Yes, Mount Rushmore says it's worthy of being up there. I think if I'm kind of opening this up to the past year or two, because I don't drink that many of them, and I think it's fair to do that, it might be the 5th, 6th, 7th face on that mountain. Just because there might have been a couple breweries that did them just a hair better. But I think I'm nitpicking here. I'm thinking I'm being a little bit too choosy, and it's worthy. Let's put it that way. Value and availability, no idea. Triple IPA like this, hopefully, in a perfect world, is $20 4-pack. But I'm thinking we might get up there into the mid-20 range. We'll see what's what. Ty, let me know the deal. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like triple IPAs, and you like them to drink like triple IPAs, you'll dig this. So there you go. And you like good triple IPAs. Hopefully you enjoyed a review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive beers. Evergrain. Have you ever been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully you enjoyed a review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of triple IPA right now. See you next time. Cheers, y'all.